Well, the Raiders have sacked Curtis Scott, with the Canberra board deciding that the recent prior behaviour and the recent assault charges have brought the club into disrepute.
Yeah.
Phil Rothfield, you've written this up. What was the breaking point for the club?
Look, there's a really interesting story here. I spoke to Curtis over the weekend. He told me how he was fighting depression. It was quite a serious story, and he was going to Alcoholics Anonymous, and this was after the second court case from his May 30 nightclub incident, which has been charged with assault. But anyway, I thought that might buy him some time at Canberra, but Canberra played tough. They've sacked him today, 2 years left on his contract, $600,000 a year. I thought this was unusual that he didn't get his day in court, and because he was cleared on Australia Day. I've made further inquiries, and there's quite a stunning story there, which Canberra last year chose to handle internally because police weren't involved. But John Bateman, the second row forward, who has gone home to England now, was involved in quite a serious altercation after a club function with Curtis Scott. Curtis Scott was hurt. He suffered a hand injury, and I'm told he missed a couple of games. So this was there on the rap sheet, which we didn't know about, with the Australia Day incident. What he did wrong on Australia Day was go out when the club told him not to. And the nightclub assault, alleged nightclub assault. So,
which he claims is self-defence.
Yes. What I will say is this. It wasn't the reason John Bateman went home. John Bateman didn't get upset and pack his bags and go. He wanted to go home to see his daughter and his family. That's what he told us. But it was a very, very serious incident. And good on, you know what Ricky's like.
You know, distinct, you know? Or?
It was, I believe, at the function place. Right. Yeah, at the function. But all the officials had gone home. But Curtis Scott contacted them the next day and told them what had happened. But he was injured, he'd misbehaved. But there were no police charges, so it didn't go to integrity. And, yeah, it's quite
Was it just all the additions to the rap sheet? Is that what forced their hand in the end?
Well, that's why, Vonnie, I was surprised,
Who won
Kenty.
the blue?
Yeah, who won?
Well, if he's finished up with a bad hand, and Bateman can fight, can't he? So I know
He didn't get a bad hand by, like that, was it? I can't imagine.
I don't know, Kenty. I don't know how he suffered the injury.
Rookie,
Vonnie, it obviously contributed significantly to his sacking because he hasn't been found guilty of this assault. I thought Canberra would wait. If they want to kick him out, wait till he's found guilty.
But Buzz,
I think, and I spoke to his lawyer today, he will sue for unfair dismissal if he wins the court case.
Isn't the fact he's attending Alcoholics Anonymous some sort of admission, though?
It is an admission, and look, I think it was very brave of him to tell that story. I didn't have to force it out from him, but he was quite emotional when he spoke about it, and the new mentor he has in his life. And you know what? I've done a few of these stories, and a redemption story's a dime a dozen. I've done some fair income ones. Jake Friend, when he went off the rails as a kid, and I felt he was very genuine. I really did. And I was quite upset when they sacked him today, but there was that other incident last year.
And we want Curtis Scott to be as happy and healthy and mentally fit as he can be, because that's a priority. Rugby league is second. But for him to consider maybe suing for unfair dismissal, do you think he's got a case?
If he gets off the court case, Von, if he's found not guilty, he was found not guilty on Australia Day of assaulting police. Can you get sacked on a Bateman fight but wasn't serious enough to report to the NRL?
Isn't it?
I don't know if there's a longer rap sheet, Kenny.
Well, there could be too, Buzz. But the other thing is he's been sacked for bringing the club into disrepute.
Yes.
The fact that he's been charged and continued, I know he's been found innocent, but geez, that's some bad luck then, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah. So
look, I think Campbell will tell you they've tried alcohol. You know, welfare,
counselling.
Counselling. They've tried that, and it hasn't worked. And look, but geez, I wish him well. I really do, Kenty, after talking to him.
Yeah, well, no one wishes him ill. He's just got to look. It's really the tough bit is young men having been there once myself. you go out and you get on the drink some nights and you do overstep the line. The difficulty for these guys is they're living it out in public life, okay, and the consequences are real. But the other side is that he's earning $600,000 a year. There's not many blokes his age in the country earning that. He's earning more than the Prime Minister. So when you've got to accept that sort of money, you've got to accept too that the responsibility comes with it. So it's up to you. Like, I hear Mark Bosnich continually talk about how when he was playing at Man United and in the English Premier League over there, that they would employ people to come out and act as bodyguard for them. Now, for a bloke earning $600,000 a year who likes night on the drink, I don't think it'd be too much of an ask for him to say, a couple of teammates, mate, why don't we throw him? We'll pay like $1,000 to just keep the dickheads away from us and to stop any trouble.
Clubs do that now, can't
well, but they don't do it. But the players are too tight to pay themselves, Buzz. So when the club's not authorising the night out, they don't do it. They've got to start taking care of themselves better. They really do. Like, if you're on why aren't you protecting your $600,000 a year?
You've got to protect them from each other. If he's having a biff with John Bateman, that's internally.
That's a tough. Yeah.
Like, you've got to protect them from themselves.
What's the poor bodyguard do there? Like,
I'll be interested in John Bateman's response because he's quite, as you know, Hertz, he's quite energetic on social media.
Social media loves it.
Yeah, he is. So I hope he doesn't try and deny the story because it's quite genuine and one of the reasons why they've cut Curtis loose today.